Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte. We are going to be recycling soap boxes today, and I just happen to have one from Irish Spring. So we're going to create a journal cover using this. Cute as can be. If you like the idea of a journal for your Christmas tree and ornament, this is a wonderful size. If it's a little bit too big, you can cut it down. I know I have in the past used these Irish Spring boxes and Dove boxes. Dove boxes, I believe, are a little bit smaller. So inside, if you feel what's going to be the spine, you're going to find that you've got one that has an overlap, and I like to keep that as my spine because it's just a little bit sturdier. So to get into this, to be able to cut it, we're going to have to cut through the spine that we don't want, and then take this to the paper cutter and even it out. So we've got, and I just cut the one that I wanted, but it's okay. Yeah. Oh, Charlotte. Yep. Okay. Not a problem. You're going to see by the fold where you're going to cut, because this is going to be uneven. So we will be evening this out. You're going to just trim your box up. And you can do this really with any box. You can go ahead and get like macaroni boxes, butter boxes. It's the same principle, just a different size. But because it's Christmas, I thought we would play around with this idea and do a journal cover. So, yeah. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend and you enjoyed yourself. Maybe you were with family. You did watch some movies to get yourself into the merriment of the season. I know I've got Miracle on, is it 34th Street? That's on right now. A very, very good, heartwarming, old movie, I think from the, I want to say from the 30s, but maybe a little after that. Not sure. Okay, so then you're going to check this out and try to see. And I just eyeball that your front is the same as your back. And as I'm looking at this, I'm going to take just a little bit off the back because I can see where I have the tiniest bit of fold in there. So this essentially is your journal cover right here. And if you want to get specific, you can measure. And let's see if we are, that looks like 2 1/4 and 2 1/4. So we are good to go. So there you go. That's your base. I have another one here. I am going to do this one just because it's got the spine that I want, but I will not throw that one away. I definitely will work with that. So then we need our paper. I mean, guys, this is easy. I am going to use PVA glue on this. I have this really pretty graphic 45, and I happen to love this plaid, but I'm thinking this will probably be the outside of my cover, and maybe this will be the inside. So I'm going to show you my process. You might have a way that's easier if you have done this before, but I'm going to take you through what I do. So I just lay this out, giving myself enough of a border to be able to turn. And my guess is it's probably, maybe a 1/2 inch. Not quite. But my guess is somewhere around a 1/2 inch. And I'm just gonna mark it so I know where to cut. And you don't have to do this. You can eyeball it if you want. I used to eyeball, but I have found, believe it or not, this is just easier. It really, really is. So we're gonna cut this. And you can cut it with your scissors. I'm gonna use my cutter. Because if you've been watching me, you know I cannot cut a straight line. So we're just gonna come up to here and turn this. And like I said, I have found PVA glue works really, really well. If you don't have PVA glue, you can use Mod Podge. You can use any of your favorite glues, score tape, whatever you feel comfortable with. So let me see, I think I'm gonna have, yep, I'm gonna have enough for the inside. So we're gonna need a bone folder, and I am gonna put just some glue pages down. So we're gonna go this way, just like that. And we are upside down. It isn't gonna matter, but we're gonna put it like that. If y'all, that's my husband outside. If you hear the blower, yep, that would be he. So let's, I've got PVA glue in a container. We're just gonna generously put our PVA glue on. We're gonna do our grabby box at the end. I've decided to do grabby at the end for those that maybe don't care, don't wanna see it, not interested, and that's okay. Not everybody is, and that's all right. Okay. So we're gonna just kind of center this as best that we can. And yes, I have made quite the mess because I've had my brush in the water. So we have diluted the PVA glue just a tad. Get this out of here and let's just burnish this. This is my process. And I probably will take this to the machine. So now what I'm gonna do, if I'm happy with the way that that is, now what I'm gonna do is take my ruler again and my pencil. And I have found for me, this is better than just cutting. I tried the just cutting method, and I've done many where I've just cut. And then I thought, Charlotte, why don't you just try this and see if it might work for you? I know there is a tool out there that does all of this for you, but I have found for me, this is the easiest way for me to get it right. And I didn't do that, so let's do this. Lead might help if I have lead. Okay, then we're going to cut these corners off. We'll see if I've done this right. Sometimes when you mess up on this, if you have the metal corner rounders, you can hide your mistakes. Never know. Okay, then we're gonna bend this over, obviously, like that. I usually do it this way, it's easier. And you can see we look pretty good. I like putting these side pieces in first. No reason, it's just me. So we're gonna PVA these. Fold them down, and I usually do put pressure on them for just a couple seconds. burnish them. Just give them a chance to grab, but PVA grabs pretty quick. And we need to get rid of this. This is not helping me. Okay. It has started to get really busy, so I'm hoping that I can keep up with my videos, guys. If you don't see me, it is because I could not make it into my craft space. Our son's birthday is this Sunday, and I have not finished my shopping, so yeah, there's a lot to do. Hopefully I can keep it together. All right, then we're gonna go ahead and get this in. Okay, let me know in the comments if y'all finished your shopping. I still have not heard from Joyce, and I still have not heard from Beverly. And I mean, I have to admit, I'm worried. I really am worried. If anybody has heard from Joyce or has heard from Beverly, please let me know. Joyce is in the US, Beverly is in Canada, and last I heard they're still on strike, so getting a card to her is impossible right now. And my Canadian friends that I know, Brenda and I think Karen, you won an index card. They're sitting here. I have to go back and look at the movies or the videos to see who won what, because it's just been so long, but you're still on strike. I think I might go ahead and post anyway, just to get it out there and out of here. So what you want to do, if you now wait for this to dry, now I have found this, if you wait for this to dry before you do any of your creases and you put your inside piece on, you're going to have an issue. So, because you're not really going to know where your bend is, but doesn't that look good? Looks good, but I like to just give this a little bit of crease and see if I'm going to have an issue up here, because sometimes you do. Don't force it. Just give it a little bit of a crease, and then if you need a little burnish, then do that. Sometimes you get those creases there and there's not a lot you can do about it. You can try to cover them up. Is that a crease or is that the design? That's the design. So we look really, really good. It's like there's just a tiny little piece right there. And don't worry about it if you get that, because your signatures are going to cover that up. But you just want to have an idea of where it's going to be when you put your inside piece down. So what I'm going to do now is take that beautiful plaid that I love so much, and I am going to mark it. I'm going to take it over as close as I can. I think I'm going to pull it down about like that, and we're going to cut it maybe right there and right here. So I have to say, guys, I've got Monday's journal boxes, journal kits. I'm not, I just am really not sure what to call them, but they're done and they're fantastic. So it'll be just a couple weeks now and I'll be showing what they are. And I've decided, if you want to go sight unseen for the following month, I'm going to let you prepay. There'll be no refunds. I'll let you prepay. Let me know in Etsy, and I will make sure that one is either held for you or one is that I will make one for you. So you will pay me through, it will be PayPal. And so if that sounds good to you, yeah. And I'll talk more about that later. Okay, this is gonna go there like that. Isn't that so cute? All right, let's try it and see if we can do this without any little lumps and bumps. So back with the PVA, we're just gonna go all over this. And I think what I'm gonna do also is just put some PVA on here, just for a little bit more help. Yep. Get this out of here. And my glue spot's out and get this down. So we're just gonna eyeball this, and I'm pretty sure that looks about right. And you've got a few seconds to maneuver this around if you need to. So looks good. So we're gonna give her a burnish, especially in that spine area. The cardboard from these soap boxes will soak your glue up pretty quickly. So you want to make sure that you're generous. And then, of course, you're going to wipe off any that seeps out. And you can use the same process with a with any other kind of journal cover. So then we're just going to, there is that extra piece that was on the spine where the box was attached. Don't worry, this, you won't even see that because you're gonna put your signatures in there, but see where we've got that little bit of buckling? I think we need to let the glue dry, but you might get that. We don't have it on this side, which is good. And we're getting it right there too. So I'm gonna take my ruler, and we're gonna do another one of these too. So I'm gonna use my ruler to kind of bend that up, because that will help as well. And then there we go. So now you have a sweet, sweet journal cover, and I'm not gonna pull this up all the way. I'm gonna leave it so that it has a little bit more drying time, so hopefully it won't buckle. But you've just got the cutest little journal cover, and then you're gonna do your pages and sew it together, and just look what you've got. So let's make another one. We've got this, so let's make another one. I pulled another sheet of paper. We are going to be using, this also is a great scrap buster, guys. Really, really good for using up large pieces like this that you've got. I mean, that would work. And might be enough for the inside, but I think I am going to use this. Let's see what we can get. This is graphic 45. Let's see. We won't get the Santa. If I do it here, we will get the Santa. But he will be on the back. I will have to do it here to get Santa on the front. right? Flip this over. No. We need it here. So I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. So, yeah, I think I will. So we're gonna need to cut this about, you're gonna come over, no, you're gonna lose him. This is not working out. I really, I guess we can go this way and I can have the Santa. You're not gonna see his bag. Maybe this is not let's just go ahead and use this because I don't want to destroy that paper. It's too cute. So I'm gonna use this then. Yep, we'll just do this. So we're gonna glue this on like this and hope it doesn't look like we have to really cut much. Our border is going to be a little bit smaller, but yeah, I'm not going to worry about the inside. I'll have something to match, so let's cut this there. It's like a funky video. This just sounds like a funky video. I'm listening to myself and I'm like, Charlotte, I don't know, maybe you did another funky video. I think, yeah, this will not fit. That's okay. We'll find something else because I've got a lot of scraps. So we're going to glue this to this. And we are going the right direction. Cute, cute paper. All right then. So the process is the same. We're gonna glue it up, tape it up, whatever you prefer. I know a lot of people like to use score tape. I've got score tape. My problem with score tape is that when you get it down, you better have it where you want it because you're not picking it up again. And I make so many little boo-boos that score tape and we're not that big of friends. If I was doing something like this, you better get it right where you want it because there's not a second chance. That score tape is not going to be forgiving. So again, you want to burnish this. I'm going to turn it over and burnish it really well on the spine area and then the cover area. Not worried about the corners because you are flipping this and you're going to get your corners anyway, but you saw this process here for me works really well, and so I like it. It keeps me, I think, where I need to be. But you can come in and you can do this just by eyeballing it. And that is usually what I did. But I found, for whatever reason, I started to have issues. And once I started to have issues, it didn't work out real well for me. So I thought, let's just give this a try and see if this won't work better. And I found it did. So why not do it? I mean, you have nothing to lose, right? Okay. Then we're just going to bend them up. Bend them back like this. Oh, this cover is adorable. I don't know. This won't be going in my shop. I am done with Christmas in my shop, guys. And so, the makes that we do now, I will put back for next year, but I am not doing any more Christmas for my shop. What you see in there is what there will be, and yeah. So that's it. That's it for me. The pressure's off now. So now we come in here and we just have fun creating. I know a couple of you panicked in the comments when I said I'm done with Christmas. It's time to move on. And a couple of you were like, no, I just bought paper. I just bought paper. And I wasn't thinking not everybody sells. And so you're still doing your thing. I was thinking more on the selling aspect. I'm done with creating for my shop. We're still going to play with this. I know as we get closer to the end of the month, I don't know that I'm going to be doing the index cards with the holiday theme, because by the time you get them, you can't use them. It will be over. And so at some point, everything that I do, you could do with the Christmas theme. But at some point, I am going to stop and I am going to start moving on to a different paper. Not a holiday paper. So just be aware of that. This, you know, it's like Halloween. When it's over, it's over. Time to go. Now I'm wondering if I should put things in my shop on sale. I was thinking about running a sale. So let me know in the comments if you think that's a good idea. Maybe I'll wait another week and then run a big end of the year sale so that I can clean my shop out and start. I do have things in there that are not Christmas that I'd like to see move. So yeah, thinking about it. Okay, see that clipping corners that way works pretty well for me. So now, isn't that cute? Look at that. Oh, that is so cute. We're just going to bend it a little bit and see where our folds are. And they look pretty good. Pretty good. You don't want them to buckle up once you get your other paper on. So if you see that you have any issue at all, now is the time to get it down. You just want to be able to know where your little folds are. As you can see, that's going to be a cute, cute book right here. We're getting a start on next year, aren't we? All right, let's look and see what we have that's going to go with this. This would be beautiful, so I think we're going to use this. This is, again, Graphic 45. The name of this paper line, and I do believe it's old, was it? 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. I may have gotten this when I went to Tucson and went to Blue Moon Scrapbooking. I may have picked this up there. I know I've got some of their gorgeous paper for next year because I did not use it all. I had one journal out of it. It sold right away. And I did not create a new one. I really waited too long this year, guys. If you're selling, you know, it's like the fashion industry. You have got to be out there ready to go or you're going to be in big trouble. And you've heard me say this because I say it every year. I should probably think about doing Christmas in July because that then gets me going. So maybe next year we'll do that. I am really just excited about the journal kits that I'm going to be doing every month. Okay, perfect. Look at that. That's perfect. So we are going to go ahead and glue this up. I have had no time to go on people's YouTube channels and watch and see what they're doing, and I know I'm missing a lot. There's just been so much happening, as with everybody, and I apologize for that, and I will get there. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, let's put this on, get this out of here. Get this on. I don't think I'm going to have to do any covers next year for these little guys. They sell really well, and they're just so cute, especially if every year you rate in them what you had for Christmas dinner, who you had over, did you go to any parties. Let your kids or your grandkids write their Christmas list in these, and then every year you're pulling them out, you're putting them on the tree. Doesn't sound like a really big deal when your kids are young, but then when your kids are older, you can look back at the memories that you created, and it's just fun, really fun. Take it from me, guys. You'll cherish those later. Okay. That is super cute. Do you see how easy this is? Any boxes that you have, the process is the same. Easy, easy. So now you can kind of see, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but you can kind of see where those folds are, and then you can see where you have not adhered your paper yet. So you want to watch out for that. See, I've got a big one coming right here. See where my fold is. You're going to get a natural fold. And then this just really needs time to dry. So burnish it really well. And then watch for that. And if you get this, you just can't help it, then it's going to be what it's going to be. But you're not really going to see it because you're going to have your signatures in here. So sometimes you're going to get them and there's nothing you can do about it. That you can add washi tape. There's all sorts. You can add lace. There's things you can do to hide it, but let it dry. And this one I can tell really, see that? It really needs time just to dry. So I'm going to leave this one alone. We're going to get our grabby box, but you get the idea. This has not adhered yet. There's plenty of glue, so that's not the problem. But I know where the fold is, so I'm going to put this, I'm just going to put this aside and let it do what it needs to do. But isn't it the cutest ever? And then here is this one. And yes, you can see that. If that bothers you, use the other side. Does not bother me. And like I mentioned, this is going to be hidden with your signatures. You're not going to see it. But the other pages look really good. Look at that. So you're just going to give this some pressure. If you want, you can round this out. It's wet enough that you can round this out if you want. I don't want mine rounded. So I'm going to let this dry. That is the covers using the soap boxes. It is my favorite way to do that. I love it. And so there you have it, guys. Let's get grabby out. We've got 2 days to open. We have got, I'll get this out of the way. We have got, I believe, is it 7 and 8? Or is it 8 and 9? Let me see. I think, ooh, now I need the calendar. So crazy. We are opening 8 and 9. So they're together. Am I on camera? Here is 8. And here is 9. Ooh, this probably, I'm going to say that's a paintbrush. Maybe? This grabby box this year seems to be more of an artist's grabby box instead of a scrapbooking grabby box. Everything we've gotten we can use, but the boxes are adorable. And if you've got a grabby box, don't look at the back because it does say what's in it. This is heavy. I don't know if you can tell that, but this is heavy. So I just really paints. Okay. Beautiful watercolor paint. I'm sure they're watercolor paints. Yep, watercolor. A pocket set of 12. This is a lot like Prima. Yeah, they give you your watercolor pads so that you can go ahead. Look at the colors. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that. You can go ahead and put them up here so you know what they look like. Wet them and give them a little test. Very, very pretty. Yeah, look at that. Really, really pretty. This looks like a black, but it's an indigo, so it's a dark, dark blue. That is really, really nice. So my guess is that is going to be a paintbrush. We shall see. It makes sense that it would be a paintbrush, seeing as how they've given us paints. Oh, well, let's see. We've got 3 paintbrushes. Look at that. Oh my. Well, let's get you out of there. Look at ooh, I love that. That's so comfortable. Look at this, guys. If I could get this off. Okay, well, it doesn't want to come. There we go. Look at that. Very, very nice. Really, I love that. And then we've got a larger one. Look at that. Oh, this is nice too. I do like a handle like that. I don't think I'll be keeping these little plastic tips on. Just because you can really mess your bristles up. If your brush is wet, you can shape it and then put that on, and it'll be safer because you'll be able to make a point. Look at that. That has a strong, strong point to it. Beautiful, beautiful brushes. So I think in our future, we're going to have to be doing some kind of painting using the paints. Excited about that. So there is day 8 and day 9. I hope to see you tomorrow. I really, really hope that you enjoyed this idea. If you've never done this, I hope that you will. Let me know if you've done it. If you've got some tips that you know of that I didn't share, I would love to hear about that. So everyone, take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And big hugs to everyone. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.